discouraging people against eating fruit can give people the mixed message that they're, that a food that's healthful for them may not be as beneficial, and then they may even find something that's even less healthy to stick with.
Do you think that could be a reasonable thing a person can deduct?
First of all, if I have somebody with kidney failure and they have an elevated uric acid, the first thing I do is modulate their fruit intake.
Why not meat intake, given that...
Modulate their meat intake. You forget, I'm kind of anti-meat.
Well, I'm not necessarily anti.
Well, you're not anti-meat either.
I am very much so.
But you said small amounts of meat is
small amounts, but
I agree.
well,
Small amounts.
that's why I'm saying you guys
I
are.
agree. Small amounts of meat too.
I've been going after new 5GC now for a very long time, and there's more evidence that scares me to death about new 5GC. But back to fruit. So uric acid, I think we would agree, fructose is a big driver of uric acid.
Wow.
Fructose.
Like smooth movement. Wait, what do you... Sally. Jesus Christ. Shit. Well, looks like I'm gonna go work out.
I think so. Not having my life together, my life being a complete mess for most of my life, that's probably true. But the part where, I mean, let's be real. But depressed, hard to say. I don't really think depressed is the right word.
What would you use to describe it?
I mean, like I think it's just lazy.
You're just
honestly,
lazy.
lazy. I think that's really the main thing. Like, there have been times that I've been depressed about certain things.
Sure.
Like, I've had medical problems with my parents. I've had, ups and downs in my stream. Many things have made me depressed, like, situationally, but not
Okay.
on, I believe, like a mental level.
Sure. So help me understand what do you mean by lazy?
So there was one time that my alarm went off in my room. I was like, I had to wake up, and instead of turning off the alarm, I let the alarm go for 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, until the alarm died.
Okay. Can you hold on just 1 second?
Yeah.
My boomer ass needs to make a phone call because I may be doing something wrong.
You're good.
Thanks for bearing with me, man. I appreciate it.
It's no problem, man. Usually try and exit
Yeah, okay, it's
for
good.
5 minutes.
Okay, cool. We fixed it. All right. So you were saying, sorry, I think we're good now. So you said that you're lazy because there was a
Well, I think that was just, it's more or less a metaphor of how lazy I am. Why am I lazy? Because it's easier to not do anything than do something. That's
Sure.
fundamentally what it is. And
다시 또 여름이 다가오면 말하지 않아도 알 수 있어 짙은 너를 구할 방법을 보여 길었던 Hey you 지금 뭐해 잠깐 밖으로 나올래 네가 보고 싶다고 거울 속에 난 So perfect 새로 산 신발도 check it okay 잠든 도시를 깨워 late night 아우다다 두근거려 거리마다 빛나는 spotlight 내게 가까워질 때
It's very hard to say I'm ugly. It's very hard to say I'm not charming or I'm not charismatic. It's very difficult to attack me with anything other than the fact I'm a bad person. He's all these things. He's perfect in nearly every metric, but he's a bad person, right? So how do you do that? Well, you take a virtue and you weaponize it, misogyny, homophobic, whatever it is. They pretend they care about the subject when they don't, and they put it into a bullet and they shoot it at you. And it's weaponized virtue. It's not genuine virtue. These people who are saying I'm a misogynist don't care about women or care about combating misogyny. They just want to try and hurt me with it. That's the first thing. Or the second thing is genuine resentment. Yeah, I remind them of the guy who picked on them in school, or the guy who fucked their girl, took their girl off them, and they don't like me for it. But that's not my problem. That's their issue.
So are you defensive? Is that like a defensive posture? Is a way that you can be?
I really want what
Are you open to these people?
No. And when I talk to you, I want
you to be open to that. This is what I think it is. It's like you are the man. It's like you are the daddy. It's just like, why are you being so mean to me? Why are you fucking yelling at me? I want you. I need you, brother. Like, show up in a good fucking way. Where are you? Like, that's what's going on for them emotionally.
Perhaps.
Yeah. And so do you have a responsibility in that place to transcend the place you are in to really fully realize your leadership? You know what I'm saying?
That's a very good
making right now are like, obviously you've got the Israel-Palestinian war that's going on right now, which is kind of bad, but like broadly speaking, I'm not sure how much that affects the Middle East as much as like the collapse of Syria. 2013 Syrian civil war sent millions of immigrants throughout all of Europe, which was under Obama and continued under Trump. Trump didn't do anything to alleviate any of the Syrian civil war. In terms,
why did Syria end up as a preserve of Russia again?
How did Syria end up as a preserve of Russia?
Yes, why did it end up being essentially a client state of Russia?
I know that Putin enjoys access to ports down there. I don't know.
I mean, the reason is because Barack Obama suggested there was a red line that would be drawn in the face of chemical weapons use. Bashar Assad then used chemical weapons in Syria, and Barack Obama was unwilling to then essentially create consequences for Syria in the form of any sort of Western strike, and so instead he outsourced it to Russia. This is 2013, 2014.
Sure. Do you think there might have been some hesitancy after like seeing how Libya ended up that maybe us like intervening?
Who was president during Libya? Yeah, I mean, like, so
but what does that have to do with anything? I'm just saying, like, there might have been like a mistake
The
learned.
point I'm making is that actually the Middle East, I mean, just historically speaking, was historically good under Donald Trump. I mean, it's very difficult to make a case that either before or after Trump were better than during Donald Trump.
I mean, the Syrian, I don't think that Trump contributed to the Syrian situation improving much. I think he brought a lot of.
He did wreck ISIS, which was in the.
I mean, ISIS had been getting wrecked by the Kurds in Iraq, by every single person, by Assad's army, by Putin, by Turkey. Literally everybody was fighting against ISIS at that point.
There's a spike in violence, and then the Trump. I mean, you get credit for when you're president, presumably. I mean,
for high intensity energy production, but the overall exercise format resembles the longer duration oxidative system. So during this hard exercise, your muscles need a lot of energy quickly, and your body can't use oxygen fast enough to break down sugar fully. So it makes lactate instead, and this can build up because your body can't get rid of it fast enough, which makes your muscles feel tired and sore during exercise. After exercising, your body clears lactate from your blood, and with regular training, it gets better at doing this. Strength trainer Pavel Tsatsouline describes what happens in the body. He suggests that CrossFit programming can be adjusted to make it safer and more effective by starting with longer periods of aerobic training to build tolerance to lactic acid. As competition approaches, switch to extended high-intensity training, since overloading the body with lactic acid too early can have negative effects.
The purpose of peaking is to get yourself in kind of a simulated competition where the acid is high enough to make your body adapt to it and to make yourself comparable with high heart rates and breathing.
So your body can...
What I want you to do is, throughout the day, notice which of your nostrils is open, and then notice which clock position you're at, and see if you can discover any differences in the person that you are, depending or correlating with which clock position and which nostril is open.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not something we can do today, because you're gonna have to collect a lot of
It's a longitudinal study.
Yes, it's very longitudinal. And then I want you to, the first axis that I'll give you, but by all means explore other things, like you can explore your emotional state and things like that. But the main axis that I think I want you to really pay attention to is the axis of like moment of enlightenment versus like apathy. It's like detachment versus apathy. It's like laziness versus being able to do or whatever you want to. Future versus present, like any kind of axes that you want to. Just try to pick an axis. I think the most important one is the one that's like moment of enlightenment versus like lazy sap. And then the last thing that I want you to do, which will give you, it can kind of anchor your practice, is do you live, can you see the sun? Can you see the sunset or sunrise where you live?
Almost, yeah.
Okay, so if you can, try to figure out when sunrise and sunset are, and like for 10 minutes before sunrise and 10 minutes before sunset, no, let's say 5 minutes before, I want you to try to go outside and do this practice and just notice what happens.